All right, Max released another video reactions to the Tokyo Game Show showcase. So have not watched it yet, but already for the title, impossible, right?
I got bad news for you guys. I'm going to be IGN here and like relish it. Kind of a bummer. There is no DLC for Rebirth, which is unfortunate. Where it's like, oh, so they're literally saving Vincent and Sid for part 3. But
And like, okay, so the fact that there is no, if you guys don't remember, Rebirth remake had the DLC for Yuffie, so it incorporated integrate where it showed Yuffie's side story, and it included what she went through during the events or post events of the plate falling. It showed the events of how the deep ground was infiltrated. We fought. You would fight. You would fight the deep ground with Yuffie and Sonon, and for them to not have a DLC makes sense in my retrospect because what kind of a story development can you make from having a prequel to what Vincent's going to be like, for having what Sid is going to be like? Because Sid, if I understand correctly, is just a it's a time. Sid himself, I believe, joins you after an event regarding the airship. So you get an airship from Sid, and then you can travel, and then events happen to where he gets on your team. And from this game's interaction already, the trailer already indicates you meet Rufus, you meet or Yuffie already. You will meet Vincent. You will meet Sid, maybe. Whether or not that's true or not, we don't know where it's going to be. But I don't see a reason to have DLC unless the story is lacking. But that also means that by admitting to the fact that there will be no DLC, the main content will be dense. It will be dense with content where you don't need it.
by them straight admitting right now, we got nothing for you guys. Here's the thing. The next thing is part 3, nothing else. You know why that's scary? Because part 2 ends at the Forgotten Capital. And they don't want you playing anything else after that. They don't want the story continuing in any way.
Meaning what I believe he'll say is that whatever happens to you, the player, by the time the Forgotten Capital happens, they want you to marinate inside of that. They want you to feel whatever conclusion the game has for you until the third installment comes out. So you're going to go to the Forgotten Capital, you're going to experience what happens at the Forgotten Capital, and whatever they shuffle in before that event, you will have those consequences. Because if what I said in the last video is true, if they end the game for you at the death of Aerith, if they end the game for you at the summons of Meteor, they're going to make you marinate. They're going to make you starve for more content. They're going to make you really look into your choices. Because at this point, I don't think the interactions with the Spectres of Fate is over. We fought one of the Spectres of Fate in the first game. So for them, I'm pretty sure we're going to meet in the second game because Zack should not be alive. And the titular event of the summit where the Sephiroth clones would meet is not happening in the same way that you expect, because Sephiroth is seen fighting against Cloud at the summit, which probably didn't happen initially.
Meaning that whatever happens there has permanence, and it won't be something that is like, oh, let me just go out and explore the world and do this stuff, and yeah, let's just go shoot shit with Vincent after something happens that's super critical to the story, you know? What are we looking at here? Is this ready to go? Oh, we are live.
Okay.
We're live. Audio. I'll balance it when people talk. A translator.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Okay.
to the Final Fantasy
A translator.
TGS
Sweet Jesus, thank God.
stage. Are you enjoying the game show? Fantastic.
if I had a chance to come,
Everyone,
I
so
would
many
enjoy
people
it.
from Japan and outside the country. We are very much looking forward to the stage. My name is Chiaki Matsuzawa, your MC today. Thank you very much for having me.
Shout outs to Square for getting a translator.
Because like at this point, like for everyone to be on their seats about this title, we need to know details, explicit details about how this game's gonna go.
By the way, today we are streaming the stage. If you are watching, please post on X with an hashtag FF7R. Please post on X.
No one's gonna call it
Post
X.
on what?
It's Twitter.
Now,
On X,
I
Twitter.
invite
They're calling
everyone
Twitter
to the
X.
stage. First,
X
Mr.
is the
Yoshiro
proper name for
Kitase,
Twitter, but
producer
no
of
one's gonna
Final Fantasy
care.
VII Rebirth.
No one cares about the changing the name to X. Just letting you know. But even some of my friends still call it Twitter, even though politically you have to call it X because that's the proper name at the current moment.
The director of FF7. Come on.
The director? Okay. Oh my God. He's bringing in a Buster Sword for the show.
Someone
That's
brought a
so
Buster Sword.
good.
Next, Mr. Naoki Hamaguchi, director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Hamaguchi and
And today's special guest who loves Final Fantasy a game and even makes become a crystal by himself. His name is Mr. Noda Grisel from the comedian Magical Lovely.
his biceps are pretty good too.
Everyone, thank you for joining us today. Noda-san, I think your style has changed. Yes, maybe I should change my stage name. It's so heavy, but it's so huge. Cloud, I think he doesn't want to carry this around. It's too huge. He always do this. After
Somebody's gonna die
battle.
on this stage.
So come
Somebody's
definitely dying.
It's a huge prop for you to swing around, and I'm sure with the highest quality of cosplay props, they made it with PC pipe and like some hard material. Someone's gonna die with that thing being swung around.
The knife.
to do some special moves?
Jeez.
No, it's dangerous. Awesome.
It's too big. Somebody's dying tonight.
Perfect. Get with Buster, so thank you for coming.
I want that though. If someone can get me that for Christmas, I want that. I want that.
Joining us as a voice from heaven is Mr. Nomura. Yes,
The
Mr.
voice
A
Nomura.
voice from
Can you
heaven.
hear me all right? Can you hear Mr.
Damn!
Nomura?
TGS is
Yes,
crazy,
everyone
dude. There's
can hear
people
you.
as far as the eye
Thank
can
you.
see.
Oh my God! Like, if you see around here, like there is so. This is the importance of Rebirth is so very much shown in this clip because you have people for as far as the eye can see. You have this stage and people are waiting patiently for what's going to happen for the stage that is a Square Enix.
For having
See?
me.
Holy
Thank
God!
you, Mr. Nomura. Thank you very much. Now, Noda-san. So
You think E3 is nuts? TGS is
Seeking
wild.
And I should hand this back
I
to
would
Matt.
love to go to
Should I carry
TGS
this
one day.
during the stage? I should carry this around? No. Cloud always carry this around. It's a heavy Cloud. While he's sleeping, he has this sword this way. And when he's sleeping, he always have his sword like this. You remember very well. It's so scary. Okay, so you can carry this around? No, please. So
Thank God
it's
there's a stage hand.
dangerous.
She
It's
saved so
that
many
way.
countless lives that day.
So Nomura-san is waiting for you to have a seat. Please.
These
be
I don't
seated, yes.
like this comedian's gonna be crazy.
Talk about
Jeez.
Rebirth. I'm very much looking forward to it. What do you think about this title? And you can have some spoilers and what's coming. Yes, I'd like to learn a lot into this episode.
For this translator, dude.
Full of energy. I will ask everything. You
This is
are
such
so
a
energetic
hard task for
today.
this translator, dude.
Full of energy.
To listen to what they're all saying and to
Well,
actively
we've
translate. You have to be
expecting
so
this
fluent
title for a very long time.
in both languages.
December release date
You guys can't
has
hear the
been
translator?
announced.
You
What's
can't.
your
You can't hear the
opinion
people
at
talking in the
moment?
background.
Kitase-san.
Barely.
Yes, thank you very much for waiting for this title. Yes, the release date has been finally announced. I'm so relieved, but at the same time, we are still working hard so that I can make this more exciting. Thank you. And Mr. Nomura.
What's playing in the background?
Yes,
Okay. That looked like Star Ocean for a second.
that is the feeling I have. And I'd like to release this as early as possible so that I can feel truly relieved. Okay. Something at my hand, there's a camera.
Speaking from the Nomurian texts
showing
already.
Nomura-san. He
Nomurian texts
is-
already.
He has a good smile. Yes, he's waiting to me through the screen. Thank you. Hamaguchi-san, what's your take? Yes, the release date has been finally announced, but at the same time I feel somewhat tense and nervous, so I'd like to make this as best quality as possible. Please look forward to it. Yes, everyone looks forward to it. Thank you. And Noda-san? FF7. Yes, everyone complete the remake is looking forward to the next title slot. We'd like to have any new information as possible, and also there should be Sephiroth coming into that scene, so I'd like to see that. So we are reaching to that part. Then what we can expect the next in this title is this or that, you know. Yeah, so many things we can expect for this title. Now, we would like to ask for FF7 Rebirth. Kita-san, could you please explain about this title? Yes.
Ooh, next. I like
Next. I hope I want them to give like a title drop because I want it to be Revelations to make sense with like the whole RE.
FF7 next.
Released in 1997, we'd like to let it come back to the present time. This is a trilogy offering 3 titles. We'd like to capture as many elements as possible from the original version, so that's why we made it into trilogy. The previous title was released in 2020, FF7 Remake.
Chad, I can't even tell you how many people said I was stupid and crazy to think that they wouldn't make this 5 parts in like 2015, 2016, and I was like, dude, it's going to be 3 parts. For sure.
FF7 Rebirth, this is the second chapter title of this trilogy. And through this streaming, I'd appreciate if we could learn a lot about this new title.
Okay.
Thank you for the explanation. The second title of this trilogy is released, the 7 Remake. Noda-san, you played this for 1 year and completed, right? Yes, I made it by this time. It was very close. And
I honestly don't know the comedian's value in the conversation, just because like I'll admit he's there for like to break tension and like to I understand his job. His job is to like kind of break the ice, to slow down the tempo of the show as you would. But the problem is I find him distracting, but we'll see how the rest of this goes. He came on the stage with the Buster Sword, which is pretty cool. However, there was a lot of comedic bits he played, which is, I'm sure, fine for some people. I feel like that is still distracting to the main message, as I am pausing the video of a pausing video. He's been distracting from what we want to learn about this game, so let's see.
So, full of valiant in terms of content. In Midgard, there's something I saw unexpected.
Wasn't it said in 2017 to be split into 3 parts? They did not confirm that.
Confirm more than
2022.
2020, this last year. Okay.
That information was not confirmed by anybody until the developers in 2022.
Which should be like, it should be confirmed by the developers instead of like people just like saying these things left and right.
Yeah, they confirmed it on the anniversary stream.
And that was something I appreciated very much. It was very realistic, I see. Yes, the escape from the Midgard. And I think there will be new players for this title. So, Noda-san, could you please explain what kind of story you saw in FF7 Remake? Should I? Yes, please. Very much appreciated. You just finished this title. Yes, you can be humorous, yes. As a
Wang, thanks for the 20.
Yes, you're a professional telling a funny story. So when I made a mistake, please correct me. The producer and director will be behind you to monitor you. Okay. So the Final Fantasy VII in the world, there's energy. What is when you use Mako energy? Too much then that organization.
So, yeah. So to explain what's going on right here, maybe I can explain it better than him. Soldier, we have President Shinra that got killed off by Sephiroth. He killed him, so he's not president. These guys are the mercenaries for Rufus, for President Shinra. Rufus, this guy's Rufus, is part of the board, but he is kind of like the morale. He's attempted to be the heart of the community, of the team. However, everybody else is a jerk. We have Roche, who just wants to be a wandering soldier, if you will. We have the Wutai and Avalanche. Wutai and Avalanche versus Shinra. And Yuffie, I will try to I'll find a way to get Scratch to play Integrate. I want to play Integrate so badly. And I want to like re-experience this in a way, because I will play this again. up until the February. So during January, I think I'll start playing this again, just to like refresh myself of the story. But I know the story, and we'll see.
Shinra company that is Avalanche. This Avalanche is
I think somebody just cut his mic.
Because
Oh no. Oh, I feel bad. This happens every TGS chat. I always feel bad for the translators.
Because it's really hard to follow a comedian. Like, this guy's really hard to follow.
Live translation. Maybe relate context to words before.
Because, like, like, this guy is trying to, like, explain the story of Remake. But the problem is, like, it's causing a problem for the translator. Because the translator is trying to let whoever the English speakers know, like, what's going on, what's the drop of this title. Like, but it's very distracting.
Thing of, like, Japanese? Oh.
By Shira Company, and this girl has
that guy pieced out.
Energy in the promising land,
that dude literally got up and
he got tired
and ran away. I'm sick of this shit. He left. The poor guy.
They're not they're like I what I hate about like this like situation is like they didn't the original translator is up and left, but this guy is an issue for me. It's not giving we want an explanation and of like how this is going to be. Sure, this is a comedic like first minute of explaining like the story from a person who just played it, but
right to protect Aerith and the fight against Shira Company, and somehow they need to flee Midgar. I can talk, right? Yeah. You can talk up to that.
What time is it?
Which is the initial. Been told that I can share this with you. Final Fantasy VII, the end is different. What's coming off today? The Sephiroth who should have been dead. That Fantasy VII is not the same.
ATB.
Wonderful.
Where's the E3 ATB guy? What was his name?
What did you think about that? That was wonderful.
Where's that guy? Bring him back! Fly him out there!
Thank you so much.
It was Neil, yeah.
I was wondering how much I could
Neil
talk
gave me the Shinra shirt
so
at
glad that you've
E3.
spoken this
Where
weather.
is he?
So of course,
Fly him
there's a
out
lot
here.
to talk.
ATB. Where is this man? We need his help right now.
What did you feel about that? So in principle, yeah. In principle, I think in line. 13. But you were very careful, right? Yeah. Anyway. So the voice of Kappe Yamaguchi is so cool. So the voice is so wonderful. So the way it ended, you feel that the future is in your hand, which is from the remake to Rebirth. So I think that you gave a very hot explanation. So Kitase-san, so there may be people who want to start. So I think Noda-san's wonderful explanation for Final Fantasy VII, those who haven't played but who would like to start going forward, what I would recommend is Final Fantasy Rebirth, as well as the Integrate, which is the Twin Pack product.
Twin Pack, okay.
I was plotting some stuff, it didn't come through.
Of the Rebirth, you're able to make a reservation and able to play at a very good price, so please play it. The previous title, in terms of Final Fantasy Remake, if you reserve the Twin Pack from that point, you're able to download and play. So until the launch of the Rebirth, you're able to play and do some preparations. Great.
Wait,
So
I don't quite understand I don't understand that explanation, because if they are explaining to you, hey, you can buy this Twin Pack, and sure, it does prepare, like, I don't, in terms of preparing you for what Rebirth has to offer, sure, that makes sense to where for those this Twin Pack makes sense for people who just got into Final Fantasy VII and wants to know what the story was prior. That's great. I don't know if it's for the majority, like this is for the minority of people. This is such a wonderful product for them, because they can experience the full title non-stop up until the release in February. However, for the majority, do people have the 40 to 80 70 hours to experience Remake prior to just Rebirth? It's definitely a hard question. I feel like this is a hard ask for them.